This one time, I went to a spin class after a night of heavy drinking and 4 a.m. kebabs.
Remember when we built the internet and it was meant to be this super successful thing that was going to change the world? This is what we decided to do with it. What a weird day it is. Now, I don't really know what to do with this video, but I've never received so many Instagram messages about it in my life, and there's not even that much to tell. I mean, if you've seen the title of the video, which you obviously have, you already know the story. However, I suppose people like farts. They've been around for ages. Don't know why my hood's up, by the way. I've just remembered. I forgot to put it down. People like farts, and people like going to the gym. But I mean, it made The Sun, which is a newspaper over here in the UK. It made Lad Bible. I had so many links for this. But yes, the long and short story of it is a woman on TikTok. Her name is, I got written down here, Maxime, where we go? Maxime Venden de Schischel. I haven't pronounced that right at all because I'm a terrible person. Once went to the gym and she farted after a night of drinking and eating kebabs and I suppose just putting a ton of junk in her system. And she was in a class and the air was so bad, it wafted over to somebody else who, like, you know, ate it by accident, because that happens. You never know when the fart air is going to come at you. They threw up, and for some reason the gym was like, well, we better evacuate. So they did. I will let her tell it in her own words.
This one time, I went to a spin class after a night of heavy drinking and 4 a.m. kebabs, and I farted a fart that smelled so bad that girl threw up, and they had to evacuate the entire gym because they thought they had a sewage problem. I was too embarrassed to tell them it was just me. So now, 8 years later, I'm telling you guys.
I got the Lad Bible article up as well because the way Lad Bible write about it is hilarious. And they say a fitness fanatic has recounted the time she did a fart so bad it caused a woman to puke and the gym to be evacuated. Maxine had spent the previous night smashing the booze and kebabs, but for some reason decided to try and sweat out a spin class. For some reason. It kind of stands to reason why you were doing it. Oh, what a crazy, kooky thing to do. Unfortunately, she didn't sweat out at all. She guffed it out, words, and not just with any old arse burp, because I guess they'd used and fart too many times. She dropped her lunchbox so potently that another gym goer spewed and the place was evacuated over fears of a sewage leak. I don't understand that. What an insult to somebody's fart. We think it's so bad that sewage is now coming out of your rectum. Naturally, Maxime wasn't keen to confess at the time. Guys, where are you going? That smell, which is so bad that you assumed it was the freshly exposed shit of the entire town, was actually just a little part from yours truly. Okay, I didn't get this. So they actually thought the smell was so bad it must have been sewage. How overreactionary do you have to be? I don't want to be part of that gym. And they're like, something smells bad. It's a sewage leak. Everybody get out. That's too much. That's too much. When those things happen, you have to rein it in just a little bit. She is on TikTok as well. Make sure you go and check her out. And she was talking about this. And the funniest thing, as ever, are the comments when people also let you know what happened to them. Because one person said, I farted and the smell woke my husband out of a dead sleep. He sat straight up and says, the dog definitely shit somewhere and we've got to find it. Why are people jumping to these conclusions? Another said, I farted in class so bad they made everyone check their shoes for dog poo. These are strange people. And a third added, a day after I moved in with my husband, he closed the windows because he thought something had died outside. He locked himself inside with it and didn't even know. So people are just really, really weird when it comes to farts in gyms. Remember when we built the internet and it was meant to be this super successful thing that was going to change the world? This is what we decided to do with it. And obviously, if you go on to the Instagram for Lad Bible, thank you to everyone that did send me this one. Somebody sent me this. They've talked about it here as well. But it's when you go into the comments, as we're doing now. And like Campbell Hook, thanks Lad Bible. This is exactly the news I want to share with the boys. Maria says, weird flex, but okay. Needsy, groundbreaking news, lads. There's a lot of things that I can't wait to tell the lads about this. I suppose tying into the name of Lad Bible. Some guy just says effing biohazard. Sarim says, I'd never tell anyone. Inky Queen says, clearly scraping the barrel for things to post, but it got a hell of a lot of engagement. And here I am talking about it as well. So if they deserve a kicking, I absolutely deserve a kicking too. And yeah, mostly it's just people going, what about the lads? What about the lads? I'll find one more. Oh no, see, it's just people copying their mates in and going absolutely crazy. Oh my days. That's just so strange. What a strange story on this Friday that so many, people said react to it. I'm like, I don't really know how to react to it. I mean, look, we've all done it in the gym. When you are exerting yourself, you're doing a squat or deadlifts especially, man. Deadlifts are like fart central. Let's not pretend otherwise. When you are doing a deadlift, sometimes when you sort of, pushing hard and you're being intense, as you start doing the upward part of the movement, all of a sudden a fart does come out and you kind of end up in two worlds. Either one, you're not wearing headphones, you know what's happened and you pause just for 1 second. You're like, did anybody hear that? Is anybody going to react? And then you smell it and you're like, man, I'm a terrible person. Or two, which is the far worse of the two, is that you do have headphones on, so you don't know how loud it was. So you don't know whether you do need to check out the situation, but then you need to figure out, is anyone close in the vicinity to me that's about to smell this? But a large reason for that is because we're eating so much protein. And for one reason, when you do, consume a certain amount of protein, it is going to make your bowels more active, I suppose. And I guess the real issue here is that they farted into somebody's face. I mean, if anybody is that close behind you when you're doing a deadlift, there's a bigger issue that you have to contend with, because nobody should be that close with you when you're doing a deadlift. I mean, I don't know how you would spot a deadlift, but even then, they shouldn't be that close to you. And I suppose it could happen on a squat as well, because a similar thing, you go down and you come back up, and sometimes, you have someone behind you giving the bear hug so that you don't absolutely ruin yourself. Although I think that's quite dangerous too, but that's a different video for a different day. So I suppose there's some people watching this now who were farted on the poor person that tried to help them out. And that's where this story ends. A lady farted, and I think actually the blame should go on the management that was running the place and decided that a smell must have been sewage. Also, I don't believe a fart can smell that bad. I don't care if you have been eating kebabs and booze and doing all of these things. I don't think you can fart so badly. I understand someone's throwing up, right? Because some people are very sensitive. Sometimes people see people throwing up and then they throw up. It's like a domino effect. It's a reaction that they have. But I don't believe anybody could fart that badly that someone goes, I think it's a sewage leak, that you have to evacuate the gym. Also, where the hell is your gym? I have so many questions. And I'm not going to get any of the answers because I'm going to move on from this now, and I never want to talk about it again. But yes, SimonMiller316 on Instagram. Thank you to so many people that sent this to me. I don't know what you wanted, but I hope that I gave it to you. And more importantly, leave your hilarious gym stories in the comments below. That's probably the better thing to do here, because then we can probably make another video out of that. And I bet you've got even better tales. So do that now. I don't have any other than the one I farted deadlifting sometimes, but I mean, that shouldn't even bring a wry smile to your face because there's no humor in it whatsoever. Now, please do like the video, share the video, subscribe, hit the bell, ding, ding, click the video right there to carry on watching stuff on the channel. The Power 13 cookbook's out now. All the information in the description below, as well as the code Simon15, where you'll get 15% off. Instagram and Twitter at Simon316. Keep sending me this gubbins. It's absolutely brilliant. SimonMiller.bigcartel.com for merch, patreon.com/Simon316 for Patreon. Otherwise, just have a good day. I don't really know what this video was, but it's Friday, and it's nice to have a fun time on a Friday. Farts.